The Earth is heating up. Our planet is experiencing a significant change in its climate, and the consequences are becoming increasingly apparent. This phenomenon, known as climate change, is primarily driven by human activities that release harmful gases into the atmosphere. These gases, known as greenhouse gases, trap heat from the sun and cause the Earth's temperature to rise. The primary culprit behind this warming trend is the burning of fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas. These fuels have been the backbone of our energy production for decades, powering our homes, industries, and transportation systems. However, their combustion releases large amounts of carbon dioxide, the most prevalent greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere. The impacts of climate change are far-reaching and diverse, affecting various aspects of our planet and our lives. From melting glaciers and rising sea levels to more frequent and severe weather events, the consequences are becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. As the Earth continues to warm, we are witnessing a cascade of changes that threaten the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems and the well-being of future generations. Addressing this global challenge requires a collective effort from individuals, governments, and industries worldwide. One of the most visible and alarming consequences of climate change is the increase in extreme weather events. Hurricanes are becoming more intense, causing widespread destruction with their powerful winds and torrential rainfall. Coastal communities are particularly vulnerable, facing the brunt of storm surges and flooding. Heat waves are also on the rise, posing significant risks to human health. Prolonged periods of extreme heat can lead to heat stroke, dehydration, and other heat-related illnesses. Cities, with their concrete landscapes and limited green spaces, often experience amplified heat, creating urban heat islands. Droughts, prolonged periods of abnormally low rainfall, are becoming more frequent and severe in many regions. These droughts can have devastating impacts on agriculture, leading to crop failures, livestock losses, and food shortages. The increase in extreme weather events is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet's systems. Changes in one part of the system can have ripple effects across the globe, leading to unpredictable and often devastating consequences. Recognizing the urgency of the climate crisis, the international community has come together to address this global challenge. The Paris Agreement, adopted in 2015, is a landmark agreement that aims to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius, preferably to 1.5 degrees Celsius, compared to pre-industrial levels. The agreement provides a framework for countries to work together to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions and transition to more sustainable energy sources. It emphasizes the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities, recognizing that developed countries have a greater responsibility to take action. Renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, and geothermal, offer clean and sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels. By harnessing the power of the sun, wind, and Earth's heat, we can generate electricity without releasing harmful emissions into the atmosphere. Waste reduction and recycling are also crucial aspects of environmental protection. By reducing our consumption, reusing products, and recycling materials, we can minimize the amount of waste that ends up in landfills, conserve resources, and reduce pollution. While international agreements and government policies are essential for addressing climate change on a large scale, individual actions also play a significant role. Every effort we make to reduce our carbon footprint, no matter how small, can contribute to a more sustainable future. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to reduce our impact is to conserve energy in our daily lives. By turning off lights when we leave a room, Unplugging electronic devices when not in use and using energy-efficient appliances, we can significantly reduce our electricity consumption. Transportation is another major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. Opting for public transportation, carpooling, cycling, or walking whenever possible can help reduce our reliance on cars. When purchasing a new car, consider fuel-efficient models or electric vehicles. Making conscious consumer choices is also important. By supporting companies that prioritize sustainability and reducing our consumption of single-use plastics, we can send a powerful message to businesses and encourage more sustainable practices. Climate change is a defining challenge of our time. It is a global crisis that requires a collective response. By understanding the science, embracing sustainable practices, and advocating for change, we can create a more sustainable and resilient future for generations to come. The time for action is now, and every effort we make counts.